kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever. But sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Mills. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 29, Mills. That's complete. It's Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First and 10, it's Pierce. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. On second down, here's Pierce. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 23.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Mills on 3rd and 2. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Counter, it's Taylor. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
McDonald sets to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw, Mills. Smith catches left side. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans have moved out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception,
throwing is McDonald. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Colts at 7-9 now on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
and it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last two drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Mills now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans. At about the 32. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Mills throw there taken in by Smith. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. A first down throw for Mills. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down, Houston.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown! John Hightower, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Colts are back within a score.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this part and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On third down, here's Mills. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now Mills on fourth down. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So on fourth down, Time completion, and the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
On 1st and 10, Mills. To Gordon, out left. Touchdown, Texans. Melvin Gordon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Colts 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Here's McDonald to throw. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're winning 7 now at 28-21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they have everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd and 7, Mills. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Mills from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Mills to throw it. This is caught. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Mills. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. On second and goal, Mills. This is caught. And he is out of bounds here. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
They'll run for it with Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. Campbell, 32 yards. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. 4th down, Mills. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great...
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
McDonald. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
17 yards. And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, McDonald flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Out of the gun, McDonald. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Christian Harris, a loss of 9, brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, McDonald, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's got some space here. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Texans 42, Colts 28.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the gun, it's McDonald. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as his defense were a little too loose there. McDonald sets to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. McDonald. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McDonald.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Operating from the gun, McDonald.
Left side, he finds Pierce. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
14 more yards. That's another.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's good for another goal. First and 10.
Throwing is McDonald.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. Touchdown, Colts.
Jonathan Taylor
from 21 yards away.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things going to get more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Play fake, Mills.
Going up top.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
To throw, Mills.
Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he is going to lose yardage here.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Mills to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Just 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mills. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line. A 1st down throw for Mills. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Mills throw there taken in by Smith.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Again, it's Mills.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Mills back to throw.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That's good for the Colts.
Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many,